We're going to go talk to a few of the Doctor Who fan club members right now, and actually I should be calling them the Friends of Doctor Who. So, let me see if I can't start right over here. And I see on my card that you are Boyd Faulkner.
Yeah.
Boyd, why don't you talk to us a little bit about how you began watching Doctor Who?
I began watching Doctor Who about 2 years ago when it was on Greensboro. Channel 2, a friend of mine said, you ought to watch this show, it's really good. It was on about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I thought, great, another wonderful show. But you watch it about 2 times and you go, wow, this is a good show. And so I've been watching it. They took it off the air, I screamed, I started buying the books and everything, and I even bought a couple of comic books, and it's very glad it's back. Appreciate it, and send money.
Let's see now, Boyd is at the very last phone here, so if you want to talk to Boyd, we're going to have to light up all the phones all the way around the set. So please, folks out there, if you haven't phoned in your pledge for the Doctor Who break, we'd ask you to do it now. Okay, next here in line, I have Julie Freeman. And Julie, why don't you tell me how you got interested in Doctor Who?
Well, I was at a science fiction convention one time in Atlanta. It was about 2 years ago, and I just started watching Doctor Who on videotape, and I said, this has got to be a really good show. And I didn't see it for another year, and I saw it last summer in Gastonia, where I live, and it was on center, and I went wild. And I've been watching it ever since.
Okay. Thank you. And we also have with us here in the studio this evening Carolyn Watterson. And Carolyn, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Doctor?
Okay. It's a little hard to say exactly how old the Doctor is because he keeps changing it. In one episode, he's 749 years old. And then if you saw the beginning of the Key to Time episodes, Romana claimed that he was 759 years old. The Doctor claims he's only 756, that he's lost somewhere 4 years. He is from Gallifrey. He has 2 hearts, one on each side of his chest, and a body temperature of 60 degrees. And a marvelous personality.
We have a few more Doctor Who fan club members here with us in the studio today. And I want to introduce you now to Sonia Coleman. Sonia, why don't you tell us how you got involved with Doctor Who and maybe a little bit about the Who ship?
Boyd told me to join, the one that you interviewed before then, sometime at the beginning of last semester. And he sort of dragged me on down there, and the first, episode, I came into it in the middle, and I said, oh, what is this? But he made me come for the next set, and I was very happy. About the Who ship?
About the TARDIS?
Oh, the TARDIS. Okay, right. The TARDIS is a the TARDIS is a dimensionally transcendental ship. It's bigger inside than it is outside, and you can just walk around inside it and really never run out of rooms. On the outside, it looks like a police call box, and he can't change it. Most TARDISes are supposed to be able to change, but he can't change his because the chameleon circuit broke.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it pops through time and space, and he has not too much trouble with it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Now, we want to interview Chuck Andrews as well, who is the president of the Doctor Who fan club, or the Friends of Doctor Who. But before we do that, I want to ask you once again to keep our phones busy here, because that's what it's all about. We're asking you to phone in your tax-deductible pledge to public television so that we can continue to bring you programs like Doctor Who and the Twilight Zone, or perhaps like sneak previews. It only takes a minute. We're in the last week of festival. We won't be coming to you with these pledge breaks after Friday of this week, and we'll go back to just running Doctor Who, and we'll run it as long as we can, as long as you'll support your TV habit. So please, call in now. And as I said, we have Chuck Andrews, the president of the Doctor Who fan club. And what can you tell us about Doctor Who? A whole lot, I'm sure.
First of all, I'd like to tell all you Time Lords that there are times when the forces within the universe upset the cosmic balance so badly that the entire universe is in danger of eternal chaos. That's why our mission is so vital. All the friends of Doctor Who are here tonight so that you will send a pledge to the Center for Public Television. They need your money. Let me tell you why. In Britain, at this present time, there are 3 programs which the center may be able to get in the future if you send in money so that they'll have a fund. K9 and Company, which is a spin-off from Doctor Who, featuring K9 and Sarah Jane Smith. Also, there's the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison, who's taken over. If you saw Logopolis, you saw Tom Baker. Well, he got axed. Peter Davison's has taken over, and they're showing the episodes twice as fast now as they were during the Tom Baker era on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which means the Center for Public Television can get this program sooner than, say, a year or 2, which they did with Tom Baker series. There's one other thing. 5 Faces of Doctor Who, which is a special in Britain right now, featuring an adventure from each Doctor. There were 5 actors. And there's a possibility that the center might be able to get this program also if you send in your money to 1-919-962-1212. Send in your pledge for the Time Lords and Doctor Who.
Thank you very much, Chuck.
Diane, you know, coaches are very blunt. You know, I'm used to yelling at officials and ranting and raving up on the sidelines. So I'd like to be blunt with the viewers out there instead of cajoling them or saying those things. Send in your money because we need your help. I've been here just a short time. I'm going to be back again at 7:30 to talk with you again. But in seeing just this group, and it is a strange group you have here. I didn't get my rabbit ears. I think I might have done a better job, or my Boston Red Sox cap there. But just seeing the enthusiasm of the folks here and the concern for the Center for Public Television, I know I share it too. I hope you do. Please send in your pledges and keep these phones ringing. Got to make $1 million, is it?
Right, by the end of this week. By next Sunday.
By next Sunday. I know we can get it done. 962-1212. Call right now. Diane?
Okay, Jim. You know that in England, where the Doctor Who series runs, their public television system, the BBC, is supported by a mandatory license fee on all TV sets. In the United States, we don't work that way. Public television in the United States doesn't have a ticket taker. We don't have a mandatory license fee. We don't have commercials. We don't charge like cable systems do to provide you with our services. We have to depend on you, the viewers, to phone in your tax-deductible pledges to public television to keep our programming on the air. That's what it's all about. That's what all of that $1 million will go toward. It will go toward supporting our program service in the next year. And as Chuck told you, hopefully we will be able to acquire some more science fiction programming. Raymond Ho, our director of programming, is at a convention right this very moment, and I spoke with him on the phone yesterday, and he said he was trying to talk to some various distributors, and I won't give you the details right now because we don't have all the deals lined up. But he is going to be looking at possibly bringing some more science fiction programming back to North Carolina. It really has been wonderful to see the way that you folks have responded to our call to phone in support. And as I said when I was on last week here, the Doctor Who fans have been some of the quickest off the draw, the quickest to their telephones of anyone during festival, and we do really appreciate your support. You might be able to think of it also as similar to a subscription that you would pay for. Perhaps you subscribe to something like Omni, and you pay maybe $18, $20 a year for that. Well, think about what would happen if you didn't call with your pledge to public television. Think about the enjoyment that you get from Doctor Who, and think about phoning in your pledge today. We're going to go back and talk to Chuck Andrews one more time and see if we can't get him to give us the address for the Friends of Doctor Who so that any of you that want to know more about the fan clubs can have that information. Whoops. Well, we will in just a minute because he's on the phone right now. But let me give that address to you. The address for the Friends of Doctor Who is Friends of Doctor Who, Post Office Box 808, Wake Forest, North Carolina, and the zip code is 27587. Let me give the address to you again. For information about the Doctor Who Fan Club, Post Office Box 808, Wake Forest, North Carolina, 27587. We're going to go back to the last episode of The Power of Kroll in just a minute here. You have a few seconds to get up and call us, won't you please? Thanks.